Hello ladies and gents, thank you very much for tuning into my channel. It's Beer Monster O'Clock. And I've been to my local Polish shop and picked up a bottle of this honey beer. It's Łomza Miodowe, which Miodowe I believe, well, it means honey in Polish. You can see there, nice little honeycomb, looks rather appealing. I have tried another beer, a Polish beer called Perla Miodowe. That was also a honey beer. It looks very similar to this, even the bottle, from what I can remember. So I'm guessing it's going to be like that, but just a different brand, different brewery's version of it. And that was actually quite nice and very honey-y. So yeah, we'll see how this one compares. Not that I can really remember exactly what it tastes like, because it was quite a while ago I reviewed that. This is a 500ml bottle. I think it cost me £1.99 in my local Polish shop. And it's 5.7% ABV, so that's quite a strong one. You know, the Polish, a bunch of nutters. They don't do weak beers and light beers and all that. I wonder what they would think of American beers, Bud Light and all that. I bet there'd be a few Polish swear words being chucked about. There's a little look at the bottle cap. Bit of a deer in it, you know, deer on there. Having a little gallop into the wilderness, no doubt. Right, let's crack her open and see what she's all about. Yeah, I think a lot of people that like Polish beers have probably tried the Perla Miodowe, but not so much this one. I don't think this one is as popular. Let me know if you're Polish. What ones are more popular, this or the Perla in Poland? Yeah, and let me know if you've tried this beer and what you think of it in the comments. Let's get it in the glass and see what it's all about. I do like my Polish beer. Quite a lot of their beers have honey in, but if it says Miodowe on it, it tends to be like big time honey. It's actually producing quite a stonkingly big head. Probably should have poured it a bit slower. Never mind. And interestingly, I would describe the colour of this beer as kind of like a honeyed golden colour, which, you know, is rather fitting for the beer, really, isn't it? Carbonation, as you can see, is twirling up the glass nicely. Decent levels of carbonation there. Yeah, it's got a slight sort of haziness to it as well, like murky haze. Massive head, as you can see, foamy white head. Looks all right. Let's check out the aromas. I'm definitely expecting some honey. Oh. Let's just say I weren't wrong. That is massively, massively honey. Like the aroma come from that is like a proper sticky, fresh honeycomb being waved in front of your face when you sniff this beer. It smells really sweet. It smells like a really nice, good quality honey has been put in this beer. It really does. If you like honey, you're gonna love the aroma on this one. It is full on, like in your face honey. And I think that honey aroma is taking over pretty much anything else I can pick up in this beer. Like I can detect a little hint of malt, but I can't tell what types or anything. It's just so full on honey. It really is. Like, I can't quite put it into words. As far as I can remember, that's more honey than the Perla Miodowe for sure. I could sniff that all day. The funny thing is, I'm not actually a massive fan of honey, but I don't tend to mind it in beers, which is rather odd. I don't dislike honey. I just find it a bit, I guess it's sweet. I'm just not into sweet stuff, really. Anyway, let's stop the waffling and start the chugging. Cheers, everybody. Nars and Drawi. Bosh. Wow. Yeah. There's definitely a lot of honey in this beer, I'll tell you that. Wow. It tastes to me like they've actually put the honey in during the like brewing process, and it's been like brewed full on with the honey. Like, the mouthfeel is like kind of like, there's so much honey in this beer that the mouthfeel is kind of like sticky. It's not really cloyy, like, but you're getting that stickiness that you get from honey in the mouthfeel a hell of a lot. But not in a horrible way, actually. Massive amounts of honeycomb, like a really, really nice honey taste, and that's come from someone who's not mad on honey. It is clever how they do this beer, and just the thought of it and the sound of it, to me, it like sounds like my worst nightmare, to be honest with you. But I actually rather like it, a bit like the Łomża Miodowe. It works. It's strange, but it works. It does work. It's very nice and clean tasting. It does taste like they have used a decent honey in this beer. It is taken over with like a flavour. You're getting sort of like a slightly normal lagery taste, like your average sort of Euro lagery taste at the front, just for a split second, and then the honey just goes whoosh, and it just like just erupts in your mouth, of just like full on sticky sweet like honey, which the way I've just described it would sound like something I don't like, but I do like it. Although it is a very sweet beer, I don't think I could session it on nothing. I think every now and again it is really nice, I've got to say. You know, like a hint of some sort of like floral hops in here as well, and not massive though, because like I say, the honey takes over, and like a slight earthiness to the beer towards the end. There's no bitterness or anything like that. This beer is all about the honey, and I think they've done that on purpose. They want the honey to be the star of the show for sure with this beer, and I feel like they've perhaps made the lager that is with the honey a little bit basic, just so the honey can really showcase what it can do. I think my only like gripe with this beer personally would be, yes, the honey is nice, and you know it is a honey beer, so obviously you know they've gone and put a lot of honey in it. Was I feel like maybe they've gone a bit too far with the honey. Maybe use like 2 or 3 times the amount of honey than what I expected. But I think a lot of people will like this, particularly if you're a fan of honey, and particularly if you don't mind a bit of sweetness in your beer. It's like biscuity malts as well, but it's definitely a little bit thicker than your normal average Euro lager. It's kind of like a medium mouthfeel to it, and it's got to be because of the honey in it. It's sort of thickening up the beer, giving it a little sticky sort of feel about it. I'm glad I got it. It's not the sort of thing I'm going to buy regularly, I've got to be honest. In fact, I may not ever drink it again, but I will definitely recommend you try it if you're in a Polish shop. It's definitely an experience. It really is something a bit different and unique, and I really do appreciate that about this beer. It's just not the sort of thing I could see myself drinking regularly, you know, but it is nice. It's definitely not a gimmick, you know. This is a decent beer. If you're, like I say, if you're a lover of honey and sweet beers, I think you'll really enjoy this one, especially if you like honey. I mean, I'm not massive on honey, and even I'm enjoying it to a certain degree. So that kind of says how good this beer really is. Final score goes, I'm going to give it a 7. I'm not going to go no higher, just because I don't massively like honey. But, you know, the fact that I'm even drinking this, and it ain't going to go down the sink. For something that is so full on honey, and I'm not a lover of it, it's quite surprising. So, you know, it's pretty good. Let me know what you think of it if you've tried it, guys. And yeah, I'll definitely recommend it to try anyway, even if you're not really a fan of honey like me. Like I say, just for the experience of it. Is it better than Łomża Miodowe? I don't know. I'd say they're about equal, to be fair with you. Unless I sort of had them side by side, I don't think I'd be able to tell too much at this stage, because I think it's been about 7-8 months since I've tried the other one, and I've had a lot of beers in between, believe me. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hit that like button if you don't mind. It would really help out the video and my channel. And don't cost you nothing, and consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're a fan of your Polish beers, I've done loads of them on my channel. Just scroll through the beer reviews playlist, there's a lot of them on there now, and I will continue to do more as and when I see them, because I do enjoy a Polish beer, because you know, they tend to do like wacky different things with their beers, and they always tend to be, even their mass-produced standard lagers tend to be a lot better than our mass-produced standard lagers over here in the UK. So yeah, that's a big part of the reason why I enjoy tasting them. And just, I think it's the water they use or something, they're just very clean tasting. Anyway, that's about enough waffling for me. Hopefully I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Bye bye, darlings.